Well, good afternoon. If you can hear me over the wind, that'll be good. You know, I don't think, somebody asked me today, how bad does it have to get until Americans finally realize we're all in this together? And let me tell you this way. First of all, I knew way back when I was 16 that I would see these times. Secondly, I knew that the ruling class were liars in 1963. And thirdly, I've been focused on self-reliance since long before I became disabled. And then when I became disabled, it kind of short-circuited my plans. And that was just because of a greedy doctor. There's always been two tiers of healthcare in America. And let's put it this way. People make a living off screwing other people over in America, and they have done since 1492. Let's just be straight up. People will come to the realization about this virus and their own failings when they themselves suffer. You can't teach somebody what they haven't lived through. And, people will change their attitudes. I got the virus when I went to my mom's funeral, which I really should not have gone to. And I literally hit my head and fell about an hour before I left. And I was considering not going, but thankfully it was a lump on the head instead of a concussion. And I kind of wonder if that wasn't God's way of telling me, don't go. Because I'm still recovering. I mean, I'm okay, but I'm not well. This little chill here has gotten to me. And my garden, God, tonight I'm going to have to cover it, so probably not going to be around much. I've got to put my energy into self-sufficiency and self-reliance. And, I love the thought that something I do maybe brought a little cheer to somebody. If nothing else, a beautiful sight of some mountains and a dogwood. And if you see the screen move, it's because I'm sitting in a swing. Let's see if I can hold it still while I'm sitting in the swing. Nope, can't do it. So, I don't know. I will tell you this. There was a beautiful guy of ebony skin who I was talking to when I was down in Atlanta on the way home. And he said, we used to be a nation of we the people, and we became a nation of I. And that's true. This idea that you don't think about how your actions affect others came from the baby boomers generation, my generation of do your own thing without thinking about how it affects anyone else. But that's the way people are. Until it affects them, they don't think about it. And the boomers are some of the worst. I know, because I'm that generation. Talk about oblivious. The liberals are even more oblivious than the right-wingers in the boomers generation. They tend not to see other people's side of things because they've been an individual group for so long. And, I don't know, maybe God's given them a comeuppance, I don't know. Our situation here is so dire that I'm really considering giving up my internet at the end of April. Because I really would rather spend the money on self-sufficiency tools and getting a hunting license. And, I just don't see the point of talking to the air. If we were having great discussions or actually building raised bed gardens for people in worse situations, or if we were doing stuff like the Biscuit Fund that we used to do on Facebook to help the starving, then I could see some point in it. But quite honestly, I'm tired of talking about the antics of the idle rich. And that's really what this is about. The rich have been bastards for the last 2,000 years. Let's get real. The rich have never considered how their actions affect others. That's how we got here. If we want to be a better country, we'll learn how to consider how our actions affect other people. If we don't, we don't. Only thing you can control is yourself. And I know what I'm going to do. And it's not be selfish. God bless. Y'all have a good one.